What's up, guys? Adam Carr here with episode 6 of Horribly Hollywood Single, brought to you by AfterBuzz TV. Some of the worst dating stories told by some of the best guests in Hollywood. And speaking of guests, I have the brilliantly hysterical Jasmyn Carter up next.
I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back on this glorious Monday. I was stuck in a bit of traffic today to get here. I'm sorry that we're starting a little later, but I'll tell you what, we're bringing some absolute funny business to this show. This is, of course, Horribly Hollywood Single. We are talking about bad dumpster fire dating scenes unique to Los Angeles. Dating everywhere sucks, but dating in Los Angeles just sucks harder. Trust me. So before we get started into everything crazy today, I want to introduce a very special guest. She's from my hometown of Cleveland. This is very special to me. She's the first female winner of the Cleveland Comedy Festival. She just won first place at Uncle Clyde's Comedy Festival in Flappers. She also has a hysterical new special, Too Much Head. I listened to it over the weekend. I love it. You can find it on iTunes and Amazon. Everybody, please give it up for Jasmyn Carter. Woo!
Hi.
Hello.
What's going on?
How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Good, good. First off, I want to say thank you so much. You're very sweet. You're very kind.
Thank you.
Because I did a terrible taboo thing today. I showed up late.
That's okay.
And you were absolutely wonderful, and you were so sweet for the rest of my life. I'll just say, no matter what, she was kind, she was sweet, she was gracious, so thank you.
No problem.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah?
I'm excited.
Yeah, absolutely. So you have some bad dates?
Yeah?
Things that have happened?
Yeah?
Anything? By the way, we're both from Cleveland.
Yes.
So, well, I grew up in Solon.
I grew up in Maple Heights.
Maple Heights?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, right around the corner, kind of.
Yeah, a little bit.
drive.
What, 20, 30 minutes?
Yeah.
If that?
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah, right
Yeah,
around
but-
Shaker,
yeah.
right around
Yeah, over
Cleveland
there.
Heights. Yeah, my dad
Yeah.
was Cleveland Heights. My mom went to Brush High School.
Oh, we didn't like them.
We didn't. Oh, fair enough. That's fine. Nobody does. Nobody does.
Nobody likes Bush.
Nobody likes them. And then, how long have you been out here from Cleveland?
July 2018. So
Oh, wow.
Year and a half.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Yeah, been
and
out here.
You just been doing comedy the whole time, stand up.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I didn't say I was making money, but
I
yeah,
did.
I've been out here doing something.
You're doing your dream. You're doing
Yeah.
what matters.
Yep, that's it.
That's absolutely fantastic. I listened to your special over the weekend. I loved it.
Thank you.
I love how honest you are about stuff. I love that a huge part of your comedy seems to be talking about real life stuff, including you had a condition, you still have a condition, I guess, Chiari Malformation.
Yeah.
Which I was reading up on a little bit. That sounds just what a wealth source of material that
Yeah.
must be. First off,
Yeah, it was, it was
But
still
that's-
learning about it, I guess.
that's crazy. Yeah. Were you were you recently diagnosed, or was this from when you were younger?
It was very recent.
Very
like,
recent.
As of January 2018, I found out that I had it forever.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I guess for our listeners or viewers out there right now, Chiari Malformation is actually where the from my research, what I did, as my father would say, I'm not a doctor, but I could play one on TV.
Yeah.
So let me see if I got this correct. It's basically where the brain is outgrowing past the skull and it grows down into the spinal column. So it can push up against spinal fluid, basically creates a friction of space between your spine and your tonsils. So there's an incredible amount of pressure going on.
Yes.
So just for the longest time, did you just think you had the world's worst headaches, and then you finally went in?
It wasn't
Was
headaches
anything?
for me. It was like numbness, like
Numbness.
on the right side of my body, and like my heart palpitations.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, well, I'm very healthy. I know I'm not having a stroke. I
Yeah.
know that's not happening.
You're very
So,
healthy.
Yeah, I work out a lot, so
Yeah.
that's what did it for me. And then my head would feel like burning
Yeah.
in the back. It didn't hurt. It was just like if you put icy hot on the back of your head.
Whoa.
Yeah. So and then I was like, okay, well, I guess we go to the doctor.
So yeah,
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite things because in your special you say I have Chiari Malformation. I just had recent surgery, and you go, well, usually people applaud when you have like a life-threatening type.
Yeah.
That's just to me. First off, that's got to be absolutely nuts. But you must have such an appreciation then of life, of everything
Oh,
that you
yeah.
have, because most people don't get to have that chance to see how special I think life is.
Yeah, I wasn't about to die, but yeah. I definitely looked at like
I'm not saying she was
different-
gonna die. She was absolutely
was
fine.
not gonna die. Was not gonna die at all.
Perfect.
But yeah, Yeah, I did appreciate stuff more because I've always been healthy. And
Yeah.
then when you go from being healthy to not, you're like, okay, well, I took for granted all these things.
Sure.
And you got to learn to, when you're young, you just go, 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 go. But
Yeah.
now I have to slow down. I have to move so much slower
Oh, yeah.
than I've ever moved in my life. So
Jeez,
just trying to learn to do that,
Well,
I guess.
I can't wait to see what you do as you keep doing it. You're hysterical. I was watching a bunch of your videos over the weekend.
Thank you.
I love everything you do. It's like just a fresh perspective, point of view.
Thank you.
Very, very funny. So speaking of, you say out of control,
Yes.
I thought I'd grease the wheels here a little bit with bad LA date stuff.
Yes.
It's December. We're
Yeah.
getting into that Christmas time, right? It gets a little colder, and by colder I mean 55 degrees.
Yeah, oh man, freezing.
Which we don't deal with. I feel like my blood got thinner moving out here from Cleveland because I was used to like cold but with humidity.
Yeah.
And then now it's just cold, dry air, like
Yeah.
that desert air,
Yeah.
which I think kills us.
I mean, I'm still doing all right because I'm always hot.
Oh,
so
there you
it
go.
doesn't matter. And I've only been here a year, so I haven't.
Oh, you haven't
My
gotten
blood
weakened.
haven't, not yet. It's some days, like, because I live in the valley, some days it's
there
kind
you
of
go.
cold. It's like 30-some degrees in the valley sometimes.
Where do you live in the valley?
In Northridge.
Northridge.
Yeah.
I lived in Encino
Yeah.
for a long time. There's actually, I'm going to tell a little story here. Takes place very close to Northridge.
Yes.
So there's, let's see, there's a bar I think called Palladino's, which is on Reseda somewhere. It's in the valley, and it's on I think off of either White Oak or Reseda. But anyway, I used to venture this bar quite often. This
Okay.
is about 7-8 years ago when I was single, horribly Hollywood, I would say. There was this. This sounds terrible. So for my fiance family members who are listening right now, earmuffs. Can't remember her name. I'm just going to go with Mexican MILF because I think that's what I saved her as on my phone. So sorry. So we would meet up, every couple weeks.
Okay.
I'd buy us some drinks.
All right.
I'd do my 3 to 4 shots of Jameson, whatever I was doing at the time. She'd grab something. We fool around, do some stuff in the car. I'm saying maybe something happened. Maybe it always happened. But, that was just a blossoming. I was, late 20s. She was early 40s. Anyway, we're celebrating. I could feel at this time that maybe this relationship, if you could call it that, was winding down, so to speak. I think we were celebrating. I was giving her shots because like her daughter had just turned 21 or something, so that was something we were celebrating. And it was karaoke night.
Okay.
And there was another couple I remember across from us, and this big bald Mexican dude gets up, sings a song. He's terrible, butchers it, right? So I get up and I do Robin Williams' rendition of "Friend Like Me" from Aladdin, right?
Okay.
That's my go-to. That's my jam. So I do that, and then I come off stage, and I'm getting ready to say goodbye, take the Mexican MILF, go get write out the check, do everything, and there's this cute girl that's with the big bald Mexican dude, right? Seriously, very cute. So I come off stage and I go, "Oh, your boyfriend did a great job singing, right?" And good for him. And she's like, "Well, he's not my boyfriend, and you actually did much better."
Oh.
So I'm like, "Oh, interesting. It seems like I've been given an invitation." So I tell her, "All right, well, why don't we continue this talk some other time, and I can take you out, and we can talk more." And she goes, "Great." So she takes out her phone. She gives me her number, right? So I'm taking down her digits just as this big bald dude comes back. So I'm like, oh, he kind of gives me a look, but I'm like, whatever. Like maybe they're brother sister, who knows? And I go to the bar. I'm paying for everything. And of course, I start texting her. Classy stuff. I was just such a class act at the time. I think it was something like, "Great meeting you. You're very beautiful. Maybe we can go out sometime, buy you some drinks, sit on my face." I mean, it was whatever it was. I was just in a place. And as I'm doing this, I'm signing the bill, and then I feel this big hand clamp on my back. And I turn around, and it's that gentleman, right? And he goes, "Hey, what's up?" And I go, "Not much. What's up with you?" He goes, "Yeah, I got a question for you." He holds up the phone, and I can see my texts that are like, "Hey, you're beautiful. Hey, whatever. Please sit on my face." And he's like, "Is that you texting my girl?" And I go, whoa, let's just pump the brakes here. I'm like, she told me she was single, and she gave me that number, and clearly for good reason. I just, you're with someone who gives away their number. Maybe you should go talk to them and figure that out, right? I'm trying to Dr. Phil this situation. So he's just like, "Oh man, F this, fucking right." So he runs away. So I'm like, okay, cool. Adam's out of here, right? because there's one thing I've learned from doctors growing up. I have a body built for reading. So,
Well, that's that, yeah.
All right, I'm headed out, right? I get to the car. Just as I open up the door, it's like a scene from a movie. The emergency exit bursts open. It's the dude, right? And he's like, where the fuck are you going? I'm like, hey, I'm sorry, Los Santos. She said she was single. I get into the car. I pull away. He just like hits the roof of it. I drive off. I'm like, holy, that was close. Now, you would think at this point in my life, I might start thinking, okay, maybe I should reevaluate some choices or decisions. Again, that's how this show came up, right? So I drive off. I get home. Of course, I get a giant thing of Jack in the Box. And I get a text from the Mexican MILF, and she's like, hey, like, where'd you go? I'm like, oh, my God, I'm so sorry. This gentleman and I had some words. Things aren't going well. I don't think I can go by this bar anymore. And she's like, you just left me? You asked someone out? I'm like, well, you know, we weren't dating. Again, happy 21st to your daughter, and I wish you all the best. This guy calls me up at like 1:30 in the morning from a blocked number because he wants to sound tough. And he's just like, hey, is this Adam? I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, you messed with the wrong... uses a word I will never say. And I go, that's not a good word to say, buddy. And I don't think you should be owning that one either. As Jerry Seinfeld once said, I don't see the joy in it, nor do I seek it. And he just tells me all the terrible things, you know, he's going to do. And I'm like, dude, you're with a girl who doesn't care about you. I'm so sorry, but I'm glad that I could bring this to you. He said some more things. And, you know, after that, I blocked that number. But, yeah, I was just thinking about it today because I was stuck in traffic. Coming here, there had been an accident, and it was completely out of my control, and I was freaking out for like the first 10, 15 minutes, and then finally I just was like, all right, I got to accept this right now. I got to embrace this path. But then I was trying to think, when's the last time I seriously felt this out of control in my life with certain variables? And I thought of that story, and I guess I'm just, I'm definitely a fan of yours, and I just wanted to throw something your way. So
You almost died.
I almost died. Dude, I don't even know what would have happened.
He would have killed you.
Yeah, he might have
sure.
killed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
You were gonna die.
He was. Yeah. I think it. Yeah. Probably.
Was he also like? Was he Mexican or was he?
Just Mexican, I believe.
Yeah.
He's a big guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. He gave me that look. Yeah. He looked like he'd been in some fights.
Yeah, he's gonna beat you up.
I mean, I'm a hand model, Jasmine. I have to be careful.
Yeah, you do.
I'm living the George Costanza life. Do you understand? I was meant for minimal manual labor.
Reading and touching things.
Yes, I'm very good with massages. I'd say like
I believe it. You have
figured-
those hands.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And that spirit.
Yeah, there it is.
So, in the realm of bad dates topics, first off, I want to say, do you have any dates from Cleveland that you want to share? Because we're from Cleveland, we have to shout out the love here.
Yeah.
Anything from Cleveland, or do you want to go into LA?
We can
do both.
We can do both. I think I got roofied once on a date in Cleveland. No. I think I did. Like, I think I got soft roofied. Like, I didn't pass out. But I know, like, you know how you know your tolerance?
Yes.
For alcohol and stuff. So I was under 21. I was in this wine bar on Coventry with this guy.
Oh, Coventry, look at you. Did you go by Big Fun before the night?
No, I did not go by Big Fun. Yeah, so me and this guy, he was over 21. I was like 19 or I don't know. We went to California Pizza Kitchen. He was a real awkward, like, nerdy dude.
Yeah.
But he was like, he was going to buy me something to eat. And I was like, all right, whatever. So we went to the wine bar and we sat down, and I couldn't go to the bar, obviously, because I'm not 21.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, give me a wine, something good. I don't
Boy.
know.
Was this the first time you had met this guy?
No. I've known him.
So you knew him for a while.
But we never, like, hung out.
Okay.
I met him. He used to come to my job and watch movies. Yeah.
What was your job?
I worked at Valley View.
Oh, nice.
Movie theater.
Yeah, Valley View movie theater. Is that the one with the spotlight downtown? Am I thinking about that?
No, it's not downtown. It's in Valley View.
Not Valley. Can you tell that I geographically don't know squat?
Yeah.
Okay. But there's a spotlight, right? I'm thinking of the Valley View movie theater. Am I
It
thinking
doesn't
of
have
the
a spotlight.
Spotlight?
No, I don't think so.
Did I grow up in Cleveland?
I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, he took me to a wine bar. I said, don't roofie me. And he said, okay. So I thought he wouldn't.
That as a joke.
Yeah, I was serious. Because if somebody was like, I would never roofie you, I'm like, okay, well, you would, because you're being too serious.
Sure.
Yeah.
Usually if you have to say something, that means it's because you're trying to convince yourself that you don't do it.
Yeah, right. So he brings back the wine, and I'm like taking sips, and I feel like my head is tripping. I'm like, here, you drink it. And he was drinking it. He was
drinking it.
Yeah, he was a big guy. He was like 6 feet.
Okay.
You need like 2 roofies to take out a 6-foot guy, right?
This was probably the guy that chased me outside of Palomino's.
Probably.
It might be the same guy.
Well, he was black.
Oh,
But,
I don't know.
You know.
Well, Wasn't him.
Yeah, so I'm drinking the wine, and I was like, I can't drink anymore because I felt like I was about to pass out. I was like, here you drink. He's drinking it, and he started acting weird.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, just take me home. And then he played Michael Jackson, all of it, even the songs we don't like. He played it all the way home. And I was sitting there partially roofied. I was like, I'm never going out with that dude ever again.
No way.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I got roofied. I'm not even kidding. Because, like, if you take a
But he did
couple
the
of
roofie,
sips...
but then he drank from the same glass
Yeah,
himself.
but a roofie to take me out 100 pounds is not,
Right, that's nothing.
you don't need as much
Yeah.
to take me out.
Yeah,
He's like
that's true.
250 pounds,
Oh,
6'4",
yeah.
whatever.
Oh, that's nothing.
So yeah, he started acting funny. Like he had his wine, and then he was just like, yeah. But I was like, take me home.
Did you have people waiting for you?
No.
Did you have a system? Did you have like?
I didn't. My dad would always tell me, don't take drinks from anybody. But how else was I going to get the wine?
Right.
I wasn't old enough.
Yeah,
so,
if you're not 21.
yeah, I can't get it.
If we can't trust the people who are illegally getting us alcohol,
Right.
then what are we doing with our lives?
Exactly.
Thank
So
you.
I think that was but other dates like guys don't pay or like their cards don't go through.
Really?
When you're like
Yeah.
a teenager or
Oh, I've
something.
been there.
Yeah. Wait, guys haven't their cards don't go through.
Not with other guys I've been on dates with. I just meant my cards didn't go through.
Yeah.
This is
yeah.
usually the part where my fiance would go, "Is this when you used to date guys?" I'm like, "No, that's not what I meant." There it is. That's our audience.
Yeah, this one when I was in high school, this guy, we had went out and his card wouldn't go through at all. And so I was like, okay, I'll pay for it, whatever. And then we were supposed to go to the movies next. And he was like, yeah, my mom won't let me. And I was like, all right, well, you're too young for me.
Wait, and I couldn't buy this car, and also I wanted a PS4, but that wasn't happening right now.
Right, yeah, so-
Just kind of gives you a grocery list of things you can pay for.
Yeah.
It's funny, a couple guests, female guests have talked about how they just paid for stuff on dates.
I do, but I have to like you.
Okay.
I'm never paying for the first date. If
Right.
we go out, that's never happening. You
Yeah.
don't have to pay.
Right.
But if you ask me out and you don't pay, then we're probably not going to go out again because that's rude.
Won't that take out the romance, though, if I didn't pay if I asked you out?
Yeah.
If I say, hey, I want to go out,
Right.
I should have then the money to take care of that.
I don't expect anybody to pay. I always bring my own money if I have it.
Look at you.
But if I don't have money, you want to take me out, I'll let you know. I'm not paying for it because I don't have any money, and then you will pay. But if you don't pay, if you don't want to pay, I'd rather it be a conversation like, hey, how do you want to do this? Versus, oh yeah, it's separate. I don't like
Interesting.
that.
Right.
That's rude. And it's
Well,
awkward.
then it's like, yeah.
Yeah. So
If you don't even want to join in on like the joint bill.
yeah. Yeah, or when like guys ask around and was like, I'm not paying. I was like, well, I'm not going.
Great.
Okay? I'm not going if you're going to tell me that.
Hey, want to go out? I'm not paying. And by the way, if
no.
I could borrow $80, that'd be wonderful. Are we going to have sex? Probably not. Why not?
And those type of dates are like, they're never good when the person's like, I'm not paying because you just believe that you asked me out. What do you mean? And I'm
should.
never paying for a man on the first date. That's
Right.
never going to happen.
No.
No, because then it's certain things that you can't do with men because then they would treat you accordingly.
Oh,
So
interesting.
you paying on the first day is like, oh, I can get whatever I want from her.
Oh.
Not doing that. So you will pay, and you will continue to pay until I feel like I like you enough to pay, which just probably won't happen.
Listen to that.
Yeah.
I want these rules written down.
No,
I want to
seriously.
read them at the show. I
Yeah.
feel like they're good. I feel like I'm learning.
I think I've only paid for one or two men on dates,
Okay.
but we were like serious, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was good.
yeah.
Anything long term out here since you've come to LA? Have you noticed? Has it just obviously? I mean, you got half roofied in Cleveland, so we're not really starting with a great jumping off point. Usually, most people say, "I met people back home that I could have married" or different stuff. You started right off the bat with, "I think I was roofied. Not sure." This guy started acting funny. Other dudes wanted to borrow money. So I don't know where do we go from here in Los Angeles, but what has the dating scene been like for you as opposed to like Cleveland?
I think the men in Cleveland are better
There we go.
about dating in general. Like they have some sort of respect for you.
Sure.
And these guys out here, regardless of if they're from LA or they've been here for a while, they start acting what you think people in LA act. Like men out here suck.
Ooh.
Like they're complete garbage. They're like
There we go. Yeah, why?
They want to be
Pull it out.
chased.
Yeah,
They
oh,
want to be.
wanna
They
be
want you to
chased.
chase them. Like, okay, no, I'm not doing that. They want you. Everybody is a bad texter. everybody, I don't text back. I'm not chasing you, okay? I'm not going to chase you.
I hate the not text back thing,
Don't text me
especially
back.
when you've just been texting a bunch.
Yeah.
And then you text something important, and then they kind of just don't say anything.
Yeah.
And then like a week later, they'll text you back and go, "Oh, hey, I need something now," and you go, "What the?"
No.
No.
I hate it, or like they're either gay or they don't like black women, and those are the breaks here in LA.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're
jeez.
like, or they want something from you. They think, they found. I had a guy that I met on Hinged, and I deleted it shortly after that.
Hinge?
I never met him in person, but he was cute, and that doesn't really do anything for me. He was nice, and then he started texting me. He found out I was a comedian,
Okay.
and then was telling me how he wanted to do comedy. Then called me and
boy.
proceeded to do his opening joke.
So that you could like put in a good word for
I
him
guess.
somewhere.
Then he told me that was his joke. He wanted me to rate it. I rated it a 3 because it was very hack. And then he said,
Out of 10?
Yes.
Okay.
And then he was like, I'm going to call 60 people, and if I get half of them to laugh, I'm going to go do my first set. So he kept texting me that night. I got 40 people. I got 50 people. I think I can get 75. I was like, oh my God, I can't take it.
So there are guys in LA, and then there's just the creepy comics who
He wasn't a
need you-
comedian.
He wasn't
though.
even a comic.
No, he was just a guy. Like when they, guys. Some guys feel like they have to outdo you
Sure.
when you are.
Well, because they're not feeling comfortable having a
Yeah.
woman succeed doing
yeah,
well.
yeah. So then they like, okay, now I have to do this to show you that I'm better than you, and I don't like that.
No.
Why can't I just have my thing and you have your thing? Because you're not going to be better than me. We just going,
No.
especially if you're just starting. You're not going to be better than me.
Let's be
Just-
honest right now. I feel very much, I can sense the force around you. You're very strong. It's like
Yeah.
it's definitely like a
Thank
Yoda
you.
level. So I could never compete for the life of me, which I've already taken into consideration. So
I hate it. I hate I'm funnier than you. And I think that's like a flirt. Like, please do not disrespect
yeah.
my career. Like, that's not attractive.
That's literally like trying to take out Martha Stewart and saying, by the way, I think I can bake a cake better than
Right.
you. Why don't you bake something right now? I'm going to outbake you. And you
That's
just
so.
go, really? Like, do you want,
why?
did you want to go
do
out?
you want me?
Do you, yeah.
Like,
do you
or
want to
not?
make me feel like
Do-
shit?
I'm trying to figure. You think I'm supposed to sleep with you now that you done told me that?
That's great.
Your career that you've been working so hard on.
Yes, for
is
the last 5
me
minutes.
and somebody who ain't never did anything in this career is gonna outdo you. I hate that. And they all do that, or they found out about the videos. They're like, oh yeah, if you ever need help, I'm trying to get into acting.
Oh,
so
sure.
you know what I'm saying. If
Yeah.
you ever need, I don't need you.
Right.
I don't need you.
No, you're doing everything great by yourself.
Right? I'm trying to.
They might need
Are
something.
you trying to sleep with me, or are you trying to network? Is what I'm trying to
Oh.
figure out. So it's a lot
Sometimes
of
that can be hard.
It's annoying. Everybody wants something, so.
There's a producer, Linda Obst, who's done a ton of stuff and worked with Spielberg, and she has a book called Hello, He Lied, which is just talking about females working in the business, but the hardest differentiation to be able to tell when a guy asks you out, is this a date or does this end up just being a networking, what can I do for you
Right.
date?
If they ask too much about me and I feel like I'm on an interview, I know what they're here for.
Interesting.
And I've been trying not to tell people who I am, but then you have to weed out those people. You have to tell somebody who you are up front, because
Sure.
when they found out later, they may start acting funny and you may miss it. Versus you can say it now and like, oh, now you're going to act from this information that you know. You're going to act accordingly.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, it is hard to know,
That's gotta
but
be
I
exhausting.
always feel like I'm on an interview when I go on dates with guys. It's
Yeah.
always, so who'd you open up for? Have you met Kevin Hart? So what do you want to do? So when you start, how did you know? So okay, like,
That sounds
can we
like
talk
so
about
much
like
fun
high
too.
school? Can we talk
Right.
about like
Can we talk
sports?
about life?
Come
Can we
on,
talk
man.
about anything else?
Every date that I've been on since I think I started doing comedy like when I was 20. So for
Yeah.
the last 4 years, every date I've been on with a guy has felt like an interview, even in Cleveland.
Even in
Because
Cleveland.
people in Cleveland know me. Most of my followers are from Cleveland.
Does this interview feel more like a date right now?
Kind of. Yeah, we
Interesting.
just need a little flour.
Yeah, I just need here. I'm gonna this is Hint water. It's lemon.
Yeah.
Our show is not sponsored by Hint water, but
It's okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna put that right there.
It's real
Just
romantic.
Pretend like it's a vase of.
It's so romantic now.
Yeah, right?
I hope your wife is okay with this.
Oh, it's fiance. We're not married yet.
Oh, okay.
No,
Well-
I'm kidding. No, she's very okay with this. She'll be like, take him. Good luck. No, she's a sweetie. Okay, so It's been crazy then. Anything serious actually happened or developed, or has it literally just been bad dates, guys trying to network with you every 5 seconds?
I haven't gone out with a lot of guys, but I've noticed that the guys that I've been out with have sucked so bad. Like
Really?
one guy was like, and nothing against skinny people, but he was so tiny. And
Sure.
yeah, he was taller
Well,
than
you
me.
need to feel, I think, a little protected. I think that just goes
Yeah.
back to a little subconscious, like, caveman stuff.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
And I work out.
Right.
You can't be like,
You're fit.
come on.
You know what you're
Hello.
doing. Right.
It was, and he had these gums. These
boy.
gums that were like, you know how people got puffy gums?
Oh, yeah.
So it's like you don't brush your teeth properly.
Oh,
so when I
no.
would talk to him, I couldn't stop staring at him like, oh, you got gingivitis, and I can't.
Oh, gingivitis.
I just, that puffy gum.
You got to take care of this
Just
stuff.
all of the gums. Just
Yeah.
puffy. Just puffy.
No, this is a direct reflection of what else is going on inside
like,
of us.
Come on, man. You
right?
see my teeth? You can't be out here with puffy
Your
gums.
teeth look, your teeth look absolutely amazing.
Thank you. Braces.
Braces. Dude, I had braces for like 3.5
That's
years.
too long. I had a year and a half.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, shout out to Dr. Cates.
Oh,
Yeah.
Dr. Cates.
Yeah, do you know him?
I don't know Dr. Cates. I had Dr. Goodrich.
I don't know who that is. I think where was that at?
Solon.
It
He was in
okay.
Solon. It was right down the street from the Burger King.
Okay, I don't know where that is.
No,
I
just
went
remember-
to Dr. Cates was in Aurora.
Oh, Aurora. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember our claim to fame in Solon, where I grew up? The high school was Solon Comets. But Solon had the only McDonald's without a drive-through.
Really?
The entire country would converge on this McDonald's to park and eat in this McDonald's. Drive-through? Nay. They didn't need it. They 86'd it. And I think it was something about zoning and something about cars getting all there, but they kept saying, we don't need it. And then finally they shut down that McDonald's.
Well, see
they
what
killed
happens?
it. They gutted it.
Yeah.
That's a huge part of my childhood. Is there anything from back home that you can't? Oh, there it is.
Yeah. He's good.
It's something like
He's
that.
old
So
now.
for our listeners right now, we're looking at the screen. Sometimes Jeff will pop things up on Instagram here for us. I'm just talking about McDonald's for a little bit. Clearly stimulating conversation.
Yeah.
But
He's a good doctor. He's a good orthodontist. I only seen him like maybe 3 times in a year and a half I had braces.
oh, there's your guy.
You
Okay, so
come
that's your
in- yeah.
orthodontist.
Yes.
That's who you're showing us.
Everything that I've done, like major, like medical type things. Like
Yeah.
my brain surgeon was black and my orthodontist was black.
Nice.
That's cool.
Man, so you had brain surgery.
Yeah.
So both, it's going in, I feel like when they go in, is it both brain, skull, and spine? Are they looking at everything at once?
So they shave a piece, like shave down the spine a little bit.
Yeah.
Right? And they open up something in the skull, and then they take a piece of the 5 layers of skin, the dura patch, to put it over the opening in the brain. So they have to create a bigger space.
Yeah.
And they take like a piece of the spine out. It hurt.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I feel like you could do a movie about this.
Probably. We're
Because,
working on it.
Yeah, the last movie,
Yeah.
which I think featured Chiari Malformation, was the Eric Stoltz Cher movie called Mask. Not The Mask with Jim Carrey,
Never
but from the
heard of it.
80s. So it was about this guy. They put, it was like, they put makeup and stuff. It was about how he had been diagnosed as a baby.
Mm-hmm.
And basically his skull, I think it was based on a real thing. It was like Elephant Man. His skull kept growing
Oh.
past with his brain. They never had surgery. They didn't have any of this, new technology stuff. Eric Stoltz, the guy who looks like Jesus in Pulp Fiction. Remember, like, prank caller. That's him.
I need to see this.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
Cher. It's wonderful. Just some
okay.
80s movies.
All right.
Do that and watch a little Roadhouse, too.
Okay.
You need to do, like, a
I
bad
think that's
movie
on
night.
Hulu right now. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Roadhouse.
Yeah,
I
think
introduced
it's
that to
on Hulu.
Amy a couple weeks ago. We were watching it, and she was like, literally, this is one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
We've been rewatching movies from like black classics from
Oh, there we go.
some of those are bad, man.
Yeah. Also, too, I'm amazed how many. Yeah, there it is.
Oh, okay.
So that's
I
Eric
know what
Stoltz for our
that is.
viewers right now.
People
So we
with
had-
Chiari don't look like that at all.
Maybe
but
it's different. Did I get it wrong? I
it
thought
probably because
it was something
it's
where
not the front, it's the back.
it's not the front, it's the back.
Yeah.
All right. Well, clearly, I suck as a doctor.
That's okay. That's all right.
I hope you trust in me.
People get misdiagnosed all the time.
So,
Also, knowing that brain surgery sucks with dating too, because people don't understand. So they like some people like say about it, like, okay, they were like, oh, we could play basketball because that's a thing that everybody says. It's like, oh, I have restrictions, I have to get cleared. Why? Brain surgery. And they're like, oh, then some people want to know too much, and then some people like completely just disregarded. Like this guy that I was talking to for a little while, he knew everything about the surgery, what I was going through, and I would get headaches a lot. Like, so I would have to lay down.
Sure.
And he was trying to sleep with me.
Oh,
and I'm like, I'm telling you, I have a headache.
Can't do that right now when someone has
so much pain, and it's not a migraine. It's a totally different
This
headache.
is literally your brain is pressing. It's pressing against the back of your skull and is going down into your spine.
Right. Come on, man.
The spine, which is connected to all the nerves in the body.
Right. So all it's like nerve pain. Oh my God, it was like so much
it must
nerve
shoot
pain
throughout everywhere.
Yeah, it shoots everywhere. So it's like in your eyes and like in your entire face.
So as this brain splitting pain is going through,
he's
guys are
trying
like,
to,
hey, you want to sleep with me? Also,
Yeah.
hey, let me tell you some jokes.
That too. Yeah. Let me
Gosh.
lick your nipple.
Let me lick your nipple?
Yeah, I was like, could you please take me home? Then he plays his music so loud, and I'm like, yo, I have the word. And then on top of the headache, your body shuts down. So it's like the fatigue. Like you can literally feel like what it would feel like if a balloon just like, you just let a balloon go.
Yeah.
It's just like, that's how it feels. So it's like all the energy is just draining out your body. You're just sitting there like a vegetable.
No
that
way.
happens so often. I hate that.
Yeah. Does that happen a lot of times? Has it ever happened before you get ready to go on stage?
Yes,
Before
and
you're,
the only
like-
thing that works is if I take a shot.
Really?
So it counters, or like take a drink, it counters whatever I'm feeling.
Wow.
But it doesn't fix it. But it's like, okay, I'd rather feel buzzed than this.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's completely dead. Then you're probably then.
I had to drink a beer in my last show. I did a show on Friday.
Yeah.
Because I was sitting down and my energy was draining right before he brought me on stage, and I hate beer. It was the worst beer I ever drank in my life. I had to drink half a beer.
Oh, yeah?
Just so I can have the energy to get on stage.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it sucks.
I'm sorry.
And I got to drink a beer before I sleep with somebody too, so I can have the energy.
Drink a beer to go on stage, drink a beer to sleep together. I hope you didn't have to have a beer today. I hope this has just been a pleasant conversation so far.
It's been good. It's been good. A little bit before you got here, I could feel like the shutdown a little bit, so I tried not to think about it.
Oh,
So,
gotcha.
Yeah, I'm good though.
You're good. No,
Yeah.
you're great.
I'm not gonna pass out. on
Yeah.
that.
Hey, if you pass out, I'll catch you.
Okay, that's good.
It's okay.
I don't know how. I
It's
might
trust.
this way.
I'm fast.
Okay.
I'm lightning fast.
I believe you.
Really?
You have those hands.
5'7.5". Yeah. Hands like grease lightning. You have no idea. It's just like two. So now in this part of the show, there are some cards in front of you. And ladies and gentlemen, this is a little game called Red Flags. And what Jasmyn and I are about to do is we're going to read each of the supposed red flags that you would have in dating someone. Read them aloud. And then pick the one that is your absolute bugaboo. The one that you're like, this is the deal breaker. This is no way. You could put up with everything else, but you can't put up with this one.
Okay.
And when you're ready,
All
feel
right.
free to read them aloud to our audience. And
Okay, this is funny. This one literally has the face of a pug.
oh boy,
Oh God. This one is on every fad diet at the same time.
that's nice. That's very LA.
Calls their pets their children,
Oh, people do that.
and static shocks you every time you touch.
That could be
I feel like
fun.
this is a lot of stuff that women would do, besides
Really?
the face of a pug.
Face of a pug.
Yeah. Man. Probably the face of a pug. I don't want to be
Face of a pug?
thinking about a dog.
Couldn't do it.
No.
Are you a dog person or a cat
I
person?
am, but I
Yeah.
don't like pugs. They're ugly.
It's a little, yeah.
They're not ugly. They're not cute in an ugly way or ugly in a cute way. They're ugly.
Cute and ugly, or ugly and a cute way.
Whatever
That's
people
like,
say,
like
they're
the way you said
ugly,
that.
and they have breathing problems.
They do.
Yeah,
I heard they snore.
they do.
It's pretty bad.
And they slop. They're gross.
It's too bad. So the pug face.
Yeah, can't
Pug
do
face
it.
would do it for you.
Yeah, I cannot do that.
Got it?
Yep.
Well, at least you're honest.
Yep.
I'm going to go to this, reading my cards now. Is allergic to all of your favorite foods. That sounds like a bonus, and they can't eat my stuff. My fiance is allergic to pumpkin, and she hates bacon. She doesn't eat pork. So literally anytime if I want to go out, if I want to ensure, I'll get cheese fries with bacon on them. I'll order pumpkin cheesecake. Just like certain things.
That's
and she'll be
evil.
like, wait, what did you order? Did you get the pasta? I'm like, yeah, it's the pasta with the pumpkin sauce. The pumpkin risotto. What did I do? She's like, great, you did that on purpose. I'm like, I didn't do that on purpose. Says like all the time.
Like,
Interesting.
that's annoying.
Like that can be. Begins every sentence with actually. Sounds a little pretentious douchebaggy.
Yeah.
Actually, Jasmine, to tell you the truth, actually, and then always takes the joke 3 steps too far. Now, ironically, Amy also does call me. Sometimes she'll say a joke.
Yeah.
And then she'll be like, yeah, this and this. And we're like, yeah, this and this. And then boom, boom, boom. She's like, oh, one too far car. One too far car. So I get like this, you know, sometimes like if we're going to be like around a lot of family, she's like, hey, she's like, tonight, no one too far car. I'm like, hey, he's keeping it back. So I do appreciate taking it too far with jokes because screw it, they should be. Is allergic to all your favorite foods? Again, that's a plus. Begins every sentence with actually. Who cares? Actually, I love you. Actually, I bought you a new car.
Actually, my nephew did that when he was little. I hated it.
Hated it?
He hated it.
Totally?
Yeah. Find another word.
Jeez.
Actually, Jasmine, I would like a peanut butter and jelly.
Actually, Jasmine, what I would like. Okay, and then it says like all the time.
Like.
I'm gonna go with like,
Yeah.
because if you're saying it too much, I can't do anything with it.
Because like,
Because like, right?
it's like that's
Now we're both gonna say like for the rest of the day.
for the rest of the day.
So let's talk to you have your comedy special, Too Much Head,
Yes.
which I have to admit, at first upon seeing the title, I thought meant something else. Now I'm seeing it doesn't. It actually
not.
is a very, again, guys, I'm sorry, it's horribly Hollywood single, not good intention LA podcast. So tell me about just coming up with it, what you did. I loved all the intros together. I love like the way you just kind of put certain things together. Was that just everything over the last year that you've been doing comedically? Give us the story on that.
Yeah, that was. I think that was on between maybe. I think I started writing some of those jokes a little bit before surgery, but most of them after.
Okay.
The Too Much Head came up. Mina came up with that. Best friend, comedian.
Nice.
Mina, all the videos. She came up with that title because I was going to do brain damage, and then Sinbad has something like that.
Oh.
So Too Much Head was the next one. In sex sales, I wanted it to sound. I wanted it to because no one understands. So I wanted people to understand. And you know, the intro I did like all the shows. It took me me being introduced on all the shows that I've done to get these jokes. And in the middle, it breaks up with me forgetting jokes because I do not on purpose.
Yeah.
I forget jokes. You just forget stuff. You have brain surgery, you forget. So Mina's there
Absolutely.
to give me my set list because I don't remember. And then the ending is like, okay, my goodbyes. And if you listen close, you can hear what people are saying. Like, oh, good job, great job. So
Yeah.
just a little flow too. I wanted to feel like a story versus you ever was next joke
You know how this happens?
in a
You ever
so
see?
I recorded it all I took the audio from shows that I did like on my phone, so the audio isn't inconsistent, but it's raw.
Yeah.
It was raw sound.
That's what I
Yeah.
was gonna say. It's very cool because I feel like a lot of people just sound like the guy who tried to go out with you and like just trying to tell jokes to someone that they're trying to sleep with.
Yeah.
Instead of just actually getting something down on paper or like recording something or just getting out there, doing stuff,
Right.
and then getting it out there for people to see.
Yeah.
And that's why I absolutely I think your hustle game is through the roof.
Thank you.
Because you seem like you're everywhere and you seem like you're doing everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I think why I respect the hell out of you is you did it while getting diagnosed with a condition that absolutely sucks, that makes it impossible sometimes to remember things. And what do we need for comedy?
Yes,
A
to
memory.
remember. Yeah.
So the fact that you're going out there on this tightrope that doesn't even have like a net, but instead has like just giant blades and things sticking out of it for you to fall upon, and you're doing that each time. I think you're just absolutely fearless.
Well, thank you.
I feel like I was watching your stuff. I was talking, other people who I've had on the show were talking about you and how amazing you are.
Aw.
And so I started looking up and researching stuff, and there was something, I don't want to sound cliche because this is supposed to be just a bad dating show.
Okay.
But there's something really just cool and inspirational about that, which I think a lot of people they get hung up on, oh, I can't do this. This isn't going well today. I'm like, you just had like surgery on your spine, your brain, and you're getting up there and you're kicking ass.
Yeah.
There's literally no excuse to not be
It's
doing anything
literally
in
no
this city.
excuse. I was back on stage. I still had staples in my head. So it was like, and people would ask
Staples
me.
in my head. That could be the name of your next album.
People would ask me, they're like, "Did you really have brain surgery?" And I would turn around like, "Do you think I just put
You
those
think
there?
I'm gonna make that up?
You think I made that up?"
You think you make that up for your gimmick?
Literal staples in my head. I can't even move my neck, and I'm on stage, and people are like, "Oh, so you
Genius.
serious?"
That's
Yeah. So yeah, a lot of people make excuses for themselves, but Man, I could have died. So I was like, well, let's put something out.
Jeez.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't going to die, but
You weren't going to die.
You
But
you
it
have
is one of
surgery,
the-
you could.
Right.
So
You have surgery, you go under, stuff happens.
yeah, people die all the time.
I hear that.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
could have died.
Could have died.
Next
The name of your next
could have died.
Staples in the head and
It
could
could
have
have
died.
died. Those are
followed
my
up
next two.
by
Didn't die. My
Didn't
last
die?
one. Yeah.
That's fantastic. So tell us, do you have any upcoming shows, any places that we can regularly catch you? Obviously on Instagram, your videos are everywhere. Check you out on YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Jasmyn Carter, JASMYN. I don't know what shows because LA, they give
It
you
could
a hard
change
time.
anytime.
Yeah, so I don't have anything coming up shows wise. Oh, we're going to be at Tommy T's tomorrow, right? Yep.
Tommy
Tommy
T's.
T's in Pleasanton, California.
Pleasanton,
8
California.
p.m. It's a little contest. So people going to be
Nice.
singing and doing poetry.
Look at you.
Perfect for comedy.
Maybe I'll come do some poetry.
It's great. We're driving.
I'll
so
do some freestyle.
6.5 hours.
Oh, 6.5
Yeah,
hours.
because the grind, you know.
Oh, it's the grind.
The grind.
Look at you.
You know?
You're a machine.
I'm trying.
You're a machine.
I'm not going to make it, but.
You're gonna make it.
Next
no,
special.
honestly, I'm really glad I'm getting this interview with you now because I feel like in another year or two, I won't be able to. I won't be able to.
No, I come
be
back.
hard. You come back?
It's over with for these people, though.
It's
yeah.
So you have guys who've been trying to network with you, other things, and the one guy who kept has to lick your nipple while you're
Yeah.
going through one of the worst
Headaches
headaches in
ever.
your life. Was that pretty much bottom rung for you, LA? Dating?
Just about, and constantly chasing people, trying to get you to chase them, getting
feel like,
ghosted.
yeah.
I got ghosted so much being in LA.
What is up with the ghosting?
I don't know. It's not like I'm not cute. I'm
No,
amazing.
You're like a new puppy.
Okay,
I
see?
mean, please.
Amazing,
No.
beautiful. Thank
Plus,
you.
Yeah, you're amazing. You're
Yeah,
funny.
yeah.
Got everything
Cute.
going on.
I'm young.
Cute.
Have a great body.
Yeah, great body.
Hello.
Right?
Yeah.
We're just saying stuff
We're
here.
just saying things.
Right?
I can cook, too.
You can cook?
I can cook.
What's your favorite thing to cook?
I don't know. What do you like for me to cook?
She's talking to someone off air right now. This is your best friend Mina? Who goes with you everywhere?
Yeah, we live together. So
Oh, gotcha.
I cook for her.
So
Yeah.
Nice. Good cook? She's a great cook.
Yeah.
Really good, like Alfredo sauce from scratch.
Alfredo sauce
Yeah.
from scratch.
And I make her pancakes
I grew up as a fat kid, so when you say like Alfredo sauce,
from scratch.
I
It's
start
really
thinking,
good.
I'm like, really? Oh,
Yeah.
from scratch?
We don't use no cans over here.
No,
no
there's no
cans.
cans.
Mm-mm.
Everything from scratch.
I don't think so. Everything from scratch.
Basically. Well,
Look
I
at you.
use the Aunt Jemima pancake mix. But is there any other way to make pancakes?
No, I mean, there's a couple other. I think we
No.
have to do other stuff, but Aunt Jemima, yeah.
Yeah, Aunt
Make them
Jemima.
thick. I do mine really
I
thick.
do mine like kind of crispy, like that edge. Oh,
look at you.
So good.
Just a little like dark brown burned, like
no,
just
no, just on the edge.
just on the edge.
Yeah, it's kind of fried in the oil, kind
Yeah.
of a little bit, but it's good.
But it's good.
Olive oil. Yeah.
Olive oil. And lastly, do you want to leave our viewers, our listeners, once again, guys, find us on Apple Podcasts or on YouTube, and be sure to check out the show today with Jasmyn Carter. Any advice that you would give yourself? Let's just say if you were going to go back to being like fresh off at 18, almost getting half roofied here, coming out to LA. Any advice you give yourself or to women out there maybe who are trying to crack into the business, do everything that they do, dealing with this same onslaught of just bottom rung, not worth it guys?
Be patient and know your worth. Don't let nobody come in between you and your career. Like, it's not worth that. I had somebody, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Know your
Just
worth.
know your worth.
Know your worth.
As a comedian and as a woman and as an entertainer and as a creator, as everything, as a human.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wonderful.
That goes for men too.
It goes for men
They
too.
don't know their worth.
It took me a while to know my worth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're more than just stuff.
Thanks. I'm more than just these glasses.
Yeah.
I'm more
In
than
those
just
hands.
and these hands.
I see you for you.
Thank you. Some people can only see this.
No, I see past the hands.
For our listeners right now, I'm holding up my hands in front of Jasmyn. She's saying no. There's more to me to be seen. Well, Jasmyn, I want to thank you for stopping by today.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you for
me.
being absolutely hysterical, playing some games with us, and talking about bad dates in Los Angeles. Once again, where can they find you? On Instagram, YouTube, Jasmyn Carter?
Jasmyn Carter, JASMYN Carter.
Awesome, guys. My name is Adam Carr. Once again, reminding you all, stay horrible, stay single. Hey, we don't judge.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.